Hello over YouTubes, it's Jackpot Ninja here again. What I'm going to try and do in this broadcast is explain the methodology and the motivation behind re-rolling X classes to try and maximise damage potential. I've not done any work on this for a couple of months now. So this is my test multi-tool. As you can see, the current damage potential is 12,367.3. It's got 3 identical X-class modules. They've all got 3% damage and they've all got 20% fire rate, and then as a third stat they've got clip size. So what I'm trying to do is keep the 3% damage, keep the 20% fire rate, which are both max stats, but replace the clip size with either reload time with a max stat of 30, or burst cooldown with a max stat of 25, or preferably both. But really it's changing that third stat to either a max stat of one of the better ones, or preferably having 2 additional stats. But once I actually get into the re-rolling, you'll see how difficult and how unlikely it is that I'm going to find something that advances this at all. So hopefully I'll be able to show you a couple of tricks that I've learnt along the way. Now, I've been trying out a new method. So previously in streams I've used 10 X-class modules. In this stream I'm going to be using 20 X-class modules. But I'll show you as we go along how we do that. Basically, I'm trying to reduce the number of times I have to reload, because that seems to be the thing that's slowing me down. That and restocking. So I've got the Magnificent Goose again, which has reverted back to its original name. It's got 40 spare slots, so there's 8 items in it and 40 spare slots. I'm also on the wrong side of the Nexus. Normally I try and seat my ship just over this side, so I'm closer to the ramp, so there's less running as well, which also increases the speed and efficiency of doing this. So first thing we've got to do is restock on C classes. So we come see this guy over here, Ares. Now I've actually got quite a lot of nanites. I'm on 76,000 nanites at the moment. But I'll show you, it doesn't matter how much I spend here, I always get it back again on the reload. So I've switched the inventory to the Starship inventory. So I'm going to fill the Starship up first, which I seem to have already done. Let's just drop down to the lower levels. There we go. So, right, so that's the ship definitely full. Let's go for exosuit next. So let's try a great big bunch all in one go. Reduce it down. Do this a few times. So I want to have all of my storage full of C classes. So let's shift a couple of them across to the freighter. Let's buy a few more. The modules that I'm buying are all ship modules, in this case hyperdrive modules. So they're not the cheapest ones that he sells. Oh, that's going to be way too many.
No free slots in suit inventory. No free slots in suit inventory.
Very specifically chose ship modules because when I'm burning through the C classes, I'm using the ship's inventory. So it just installs straight into the ship, so there's less scrolling between screens. Right. So we're completely stocked up on C-Class, so there's my main, and then there's my cargo, there's the ship, and the freighter's also got a few extras in. So next thing I do is turn on multiplayer. So I'm deliberately keeping multiplayer turned off when I'm not doing the duping method. Because a few times I've had multiplayer turned on and then someone's given me an item and it's accidentally duped part way through and I lose all my X-Class modules. So the idea of this method is to find some random person to offload some junk onto. That guy there, that's definitely gone. So reload before someone comes and gives me something back. So basically I turn the multiplayer off unless I'm doing a dupe where it duplicates my inventory, but when I do the reload it restores all my nanites back to the original state. So this is the first key bit to this. So this is costing me absolutely nothing for all these C classes. But the reload, especially on PS4, this is like base PS4, not the Pro. It really struggles on the reload. And I'll be lucky if it doesn't blue screen at some point during the sequence. So, first thing I do when I'm back in, multiplayer off, jump in, jump out, and that's my save point to start from. So you'll see my nanites back up to 76,000. The item I gave him was wiring loom, and you'll notice during the sequence I will recoup that wiring loom from destroying these C classes as I go. So back to my exosuit. So in my exosuit I have 20 X-Class modules. So we're going to open the first 10 and placing them one at a time into the multi-tool, and remembering the order that I placed them in. So I do it the same sequence every time, so that if I do find a perfect module I can work back to when I opened it, what stage in the sequence it was at, so I can know if it was like number 7 in the sequence. I'll be able to recreate that at a later point. So that's the first 10 in. So we're going to go along here and look for 3% damage and a 20% fire rate, and we're probably not going to find it. Right, so yeah, nothing there of any use. So go back and then we go to change multi-tool, but then I select the one that I've already got. So do that, and then you'll see the X classes have been removed and it's reverted back to its original state. Go back to my exosuit and they've all gone. Right, so the next 10. Right, so that's 10 all installed. 3% rubbish fire rate. So basically it hasn't got a 3 damage, I'm ignoring it anyway. Right, so you see that's a 2% damage at 20 reload time, so yeah, that's no use. Right, so at this point we reload the autosave. So this is taking us back to that first point where we arrived. So we know that of those 20 modules, there's none that's of interest to us. So we'll reload, and we'll burn through 20 C classes. So this is the bit that takes all the time. So on a good day, when I'm not explaining what I'm doing and when I'm just doing it, it should take about 5 minutes to run the full sequence of 20. So here we go. So this is why we went with hyperdrive modules, because they install straight into the ship. I don't have to scroll between inventories or anything. So if you count up, this will be exactly 20 modules, because I've done this so many times. I know that this pattern is 20 and then the one above is 20, so that's why I've got exactly 40 slots in my ship inventory to do this. I'll show you the bit at the top as well in a second. So every time I break one of these down, I get a wiring loom, some magnetized ferrite, and some chromatic metal. There we go. So hit 20 wiring loom again. Right. So I'm using the wiring loom as the item that I give away during the duping section. Right, so back to the exosuit. In fact, let's go to the freighter and we'll empty the freighter first. So transfer all these over to the starship. Again, when I'm doing this as a proper run, I normally burn through the full 40 in the starship first, before I start transferring back across to it. But I'm doing things slightly out of order here, just for the demonstration bit. So that's all the ones I got in the freighter. And then these ones in the extra section in the exosuit. So that should take me back to all 40 slots filled in the starship. Right, so we can hit the save point there. So that's saved our progress in the sequence. So then we're back installing X classes again. So I could increase the number of modules I do at a time to 30, but it gets a bit difficult managing where I am in the sequence. Right. What was that? 3 in the clip. So nothing worth looking at there. No fire rate on that. So we go back and we erase the contents. Now we're back to the exosuit. So all through this I've been trying to work out if I can reduce the number of clicks that I have to make, and trying to identify where the time is getting lost on this, because it's going to take me a lot of rolling to get this to work. For S classes, the ranges of the stats are significantly lower, so this whole thing takes a lot less time. So we're back on the reload now, burn through some C classes, hit a save point, open some more X's. So far that's 40 X classes we've got through in the space of about 20 minutes or so. But I think we can up this and we can do maybe 100 odd in half an hour. Well, maybe not. Might be too optimistic. But yeah, this reload time, this is what kills me. And the run to the vendor to get the extra C classes, which I normally spend a bit of time flying in and out to get the pad closest to the ramp. So we're going to burn the same sequence again on the C's. So the statistical likelihood of me actually getting the perfect module is pretty low, really. So firstly, the modules can roll with either 2 to 4 stats, so 2, 3 or 4 stats. You'll always get a damage stat, which will be the either 1, 2 or 3 range, so that's quite a low spread. But then when you start looking at things like reload times, that's from about 6 to 30, so that's 24 different values it could have. So we're gonna destroy the wiring loom because we don't really need it. We're going to destroy that stack of chromatic metal because we don't need that, because we're only interested in the modules. So let's transfer some more over. do with a quick method of just saying transfer all the C classes across. If you could do like a double tap or something. Or you could select a number of things to move across. Right, so that's there. Create save point. Right, so if we mark time at 20 minutes elapsed on that, we'll see how long it is till we hit the next save point. Three, two, nope, 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 nope. Right. So if anyone watching has any tips on how I can improve this, any ideas, things that I don't know about, then yeah, please comment, let me know. Because sometimes there's key sequences in No Man's Sky that are there that aren't documented anywhere, and people just go, oh, you know, you're spending all your time doing that, why don't you just double tap on that or something? And yeah, there's no end of times when someone's said to me, oh, why are you doing it that way? You could do it this way. So yeah, if anyone has got a more efficient method than this, so let's have a, I'm just going to do a tally of how many times round we've been. So we've done, this is our third set of 20, so we've done 60 modules so far in about 23 minutes. Right, so I'm going to burn through them again. Coming up on the 5-minute mark on this. So I'm not going to restock on C's, I'll just delete out, hit the save, and we'll say that's, yeah, we're just passing 5 minutes now. Delete that, put that back. So that's what I would say is 5 minutes per 20. But really, this is just playing the random numbers game, really. So, what have we got? No. Right, so that's the next round. So that's 4 lots of 20 we've done so far. We're probably going to have to restock on C-class in a bit. Right, so oh, come on. Right. So that's gone. That's, I want to hang on to that magnetized ferrite for use later on. Right, so there's not enough there for a full restock, so let's move those across to the freighter. Yeah, so we're going to have to do a restock run. save point, so that's where we're going back to. We're on 76,896 nanites. Slow down because I haven't got any modules, speed modules installed on this character. So it's upgrades. Right, so straight in the Starship inventory.
Product received. Product received.
And switch to exosuit.
Product received. Product received. Product received. No free slots in suit inventory.
Across to the freighter. One out there into the freighter as well. Right, back to the vendor for some more. Upgrades.
Product received. No free slots in ship inventory. Product received. No free slots in ship inventory. Product received. Product received. No free slots in suit inventory. No free slots in suit inventory. No free slots in suit inventory.
Options. Multiplayer back on. Let's go find a spot where everyone's going to be standing when they're spawning. I'm probably wiring them onto some randomer. Oh, reload autosave. Right, so this should get us back to our 76 nanites, and we'll be able to roll some more again. So I'm going to try for the speed sequence this time and see if we can do it in exactly 5 minutes. We're in. First things first, multiplayer off. So people don't give me stuff while I'm trying to do this. So basically what happens is, if someone gives me an item, after I've started opening these X classes, it remembers that I've opened the X classes. It sort of does the opposite of the glitch that I do. So they do it to me instead of me doing it to them. So by getting multiplayer off, it means no one's going to interrupt me while I'm doing this. Right, so that's the first set of 10. I forgot to make a note of the time. Oh well. So in this sequence what I'm doing to check the modules is I'm just looking for 3% damage, and if it hasn't got 3% damage, it's not going to be worth my time looking at. And then if it has got 3% damage, the next thing I do is look at fire rate, and if that's not 20%, it's not worth my time. And if it's got 3 damage and a 20% fire rate, that's probably going to be the one. Right. Gonna have to get quicker at assessing these. Right, so that's another 20. So that's in this stream. That's 5 lots of 20. So that's 100 modules we've already burnt through and found nothing. Try it again. Betrayed by my fingers. It'd be great if there was some way of recording a macro on PS4 to do this bit for me. Yeah, if I could speed this up in any way, that'd be great, because waiting for this circle to go around for every single one of these is where I'm losing all my time. Go for the save at this point. We'll do the restock all in one go later on. Probably do the destroy section all in one go as well, just leave the modules installed. That might have worked. Oh well. I don't know if it would actually save me any time though. Nothing. Right. Ah. Trouble is, if I try and go too fast, I'm eventually going to make a mistake. So a lot of this I'm trusting in the sequence. So if I do make a mistake, I should be able to figure my way out of it. Right, so we're back on the reload, so that's another 20. Ah. Need that 20 wiring loop for the next time I'm duping. Pop that in there. Right, so let's restock the starship. I'll one's out the freighter as well. Starship, starship, starship. Oh, so if I double tap, that moves into my exosuit. So how do I get that down to my starship instead of exosuit? Okay, well there we go. I definitely learned something there. Oh, so I can double tap from here to get to the starship. Oh, that's quicker. Our starship is the default from here. Oh, so double click. Oh wow, this is quicker. It's definitely quicker.
No free slots in ship inventory.
Right, hit save. Well, that's going to save some time. So I need a quick method of deleting. That's what we're missing. Like just a straight confirm, so I'm having to wait for it to. If I could like double tap these to install, that'd help. Well, I don't mess about with the X class because it'll take me ages to get them back again. This is why I was doing it 10 at a time at first instead of doing this 20 method. Because I was worried that I would accidentally delete these X classes or save it while it was installed or something. Right, so cross, oh, cross again. There we go, that's another 20. So we're up to 140 modules now for this stream. So we need to burn through some C classes again. It takes a little while for my brain to engage and remember where I'm at. So what we're going to try this time round How are we going to do this? We're going to leave those. Yeah. Right. Oh, I forgot where I am in the sequence now. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Let me hit a reload. I don't want to mess this up any more than I already have. So what I should be doing is, once I've opened those 20 modules, hit a save, and then start on the X classes again. If I leave the modules installed, I've still progressed the save seed. Yeah. And then I can delete them all out in one big go, and that saves me a little bit of time. Or does it? Yeah, I suppose it does. It does save me some time. If I remember to hit the save. Of course, this backtracking hasn't saved me any time. Right, so let's do this again. because it's when you open it is when it advances the save seed. So this is all those X's that we opened before. Yeah, this is fine. Oh. Really have to be paying attention when I'm doing this. Right, so hang on. Install. We hit the save. And we do the X classes again. Yeah, it's a bit jarring leaving those C classes and not destroying them. I think it will save me some time because I'll go through a whole sequence of deleting those out in one go. Oh dear. Right, so let's check these. Right, all clear. I can start again. Assessment. What was that? 3 damage. Right. Options. Reload. Right. And the next bit is burning the C classes. Oh, come on. Here we go. Here's the reload. We're nearly there. Yeah, it will take a long time. Definitely. I'm several thousand units in, so I'm committed. Right, so here we go. really think the damage potential number actually really tells us anything, because from testing it doesn't seem to be doing much more damage. Is your weapon S-class upgrade? No, it is a natural S-class that I'm using. I did test with upgrading an A-class to an S-class, and it actually got lower stats, and it seemed to be quite consistent, that. So it is a natural S-class that I'm using as my base weapon. So have I got any more C's knocking about? I'm going to move them to the freighter. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a resupply run again. Right, okay. Let's go for a resupply. Oh, my battery level's low on my controller. Oh well, I'm sure it'll last to the end. If I'm only going to do an hour, I think. An hour and a bit, maybe. Right. Oh, now. I can't remember if I hit a save before I set off. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Worst comes to worst, I'll have to burn. No, it should be fine. It should be fine.
No free slots in ship inventory. No free slots in ship inventory.
I can probably afford to lose an hour.
No free slots in ship inventory. Product received. No free slots in suit inventory. Product received. No free slots in suit inventory. No free slots in suit inventory. No free slots in suit inventory.
Right, let's just drop it down to an individual module.
Product received. No free slots in suit inventory.
Got room in the freighter. Right, what have I got left? So fill the freighter up. So just
Product received. Product received. No free slots in suit inventory.
right. So multiplayer back on, just for this bit. Right, let's go find someone to offload me wiring looms onto. There's all that. Oh, he's got no storage space. There goes someone. Yep, there we go. Options. Reload. Oh! How do I turn off the confirmation? Is that an option somewhere? Oh, I'll wait for the reload and then I'll have a look. knew there'd be some way of shortening the sequence. It's still a needle in a haystack. But yeah, anything I can do to speed up this. So first off, turn my multiplayer off, and then let's have a look in general options. Hold to confirm enabled. Well, let's turn that off then. Ah, that's probably going to be very useful. Right, so what state are we in? So yeah, we have got the nanites back, so that's helpful. So I'll do a quick jump in, jump out. So we'll see what difference that makes. Oh wow. Yeah, that is quicker, isn't it? Trouble is, I like holding to confirm because I don't want to accidentally press the wrong key and muck it up. But yeah, if I trust myself, this might actually be much quicker. I might have to turn it off for normal gameplay, but for when I'm doing this, yeah, that is speeding things up, isn't it? Right, come out of there. Trouble is, every time I mess with the sequence, I have to get my brain around it. Most of this is fighting with myself to get this right. Yeah, that is definitely speeding things up. There we are. It's like riding a bike without stabilisers. That was a 3% now. Right, so hit the reload. So I'll count that as another one. So that's I think that's 180 modules I've done in an hour. Yeah, I think I'm going to make it around 200 and then yeah, statistically, I was trying to work it out last night as to how unlikely it is that I'll actually find one. So yeah, we're on to burning C classes now. Oh wow, that's quicker. It's just I keep picking them up by mistake now. There we go. So yeah. Yeah, if I can get rid of all the hanging about stuff. So that's hit the save. Yeah, this is speeding it up a lot. Oh, hang on. Needs to be where I was. Right. Cross up. There we go. Lightning speed this is. Reload. Yeah, I think I really struck it lucky with this, the first set of X modules, getting a 20% fire rate on there and the 3% damage, which is why I settled for it with the clip size instead of trying to get it with the other stats on. Right, oh, I better mark that off. I think this is, I think that's 200 modules for this stream, so I'm probably going to end it off. Yeah, I'll just test out this whole deleting out the C classes. But that's really helped with that, turning the confirmation off. Oh yeah, I've got to remember to not to press and hold. Oh, right, so I just have to press and hold for the delete. Well, that makes sense. Burn that one. That goes there. Right. Right, so double tap on those to transfer. If I can remember how to use the controller. So that sends it to the exosuit for double tap. Well, it's fine because I can pass it on from there.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Let's move on straight to the starship then.
No free slots in ship inventory.
Right. Cargo. Yeah. Right, so I'm ready for another run at that point, so let's just hit save. But I'm going to swap out controls anyway, so I'm going to I'll end off the stream there. And thanks Cuball for helping me out with that confirmation button thing, because that's really speeded things up. So yeah, I'll end it off there. Thanks for watching.